Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the November 6th, the Friday. The fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we'll go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in at 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, well, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on fabulous, fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got a mixed bag out here in the market. You got the Dow trading lower by 70. The S&P is flat. The NASDAQ 100 up 6 points. The Russell down 10. Semis are up 32. The semis are the only indice that is in total full-out breakout mode. So we'll certainly take a look at that breakout to the upside, obviously. But the other indices aren't. In fact, let's just begin where we started. I guess a little bit of a follow-up to a question that was posed by a couple of listeners yesterday with regard to, hey, are we going back to the March lows? I don't want to focus too much on the March lows out here. Instead, and not that we may not. I don't want to focus there. Instead, I want you to understand the chart patterns that are out here, because this is important. Because there should be two different scenarios that we're trying to determine and figure. Oh, I grabbed the wrong chart here. Let me grab the correct one. That was the historical chart. That would take us back to 1896, and it's always fun to do, but we don't need to do that. So we're going to start off by taking a look at where are we at for the year. Now, this is what's referred to as a key reversal candle right now in the Dow. I do not know what that candle is going to look like on December 31st. If this were December 31st, then we have a key reversal. Last time we had a key reversal candle in the Dow was 1973, and typically that would indicate we've got some type of top, the type of top that should last for 1 to 2 years, 1 to 4 years, really, but on average, it's been a 2 to 3 year period cycle. I won't go through that now. We did that yesterday. You can watch the archive on TFNN yesterday's show, and you'll be able to see that. But right now, we still have a key reversal session out here. So what does that mean? That says, okay, let's take a look at other elements that are out there inside the market that see if they can help us confirm this. That these markets are not going to break out without the Dow. Now, not that wait a minute, Steve. You just said the semis are breaking out. I'm talking about a long-term, durational type of breakout out here. You've got to have large cap doing that. That's where all the liquidity is. That's where the big money is looking to. It may not be you. That's okay. I want you to understand, as best as I can, the message of the markets out here. So we're just going to come back and do what we did during the recap of the 1 o'clock hour out here, because this really kind of puts it all into perspective, or at least visually, you should be able to see what it is that we're looking at. So it's really important. The best rallies, the best bull markets, a real bull market would be defined by the instrument, whatever it is that you are trading, is moving higher on everybody's trading desk. That doesn't mean yours and mine. That means yours, your cousins over in Japan, your cousins over in China, your cousins over in London, your cousins over in France, whatever is their local currency, because that's really important. whatever is their local currency, except for those folks in Europe that are getting ready to get rid of the euro out there. And so there's going to be a demand for U.S. dollars like we haven't even seen before out here when that does happen, which is scheduled, I believe. They're talking about the January 1st type time frame. But let's not get off topic here. The important element for you to understand about this chart here, because it's just visual. This isn't crap that Stevie makes up out here. This is just real, true, technical information. You probably don't get this anywhere else. So that's a good thing. That way I'm not regurgitating somebody's regurgitation, if you know what I mean out here. So on this chart, just first look at the red arrows. And on those red arrows, those are identifying the 2007 top. What do we know about the 2007 top inside the U.S. stock market? Was the move higher for the Dow priced in euros? Was that confirmed? No. That was making a much lower high, as you can see, versus back in 2000. The same scenario over in the UK with the Dow priced in pounds. That is not what a breakout looks like. It is really this simple. If you take a look at now the other thing, this is why. So when we take a look at the key reversal in the Dow, this is one thing that you and I know. This is one thing that I know for sure, because I've gone back and I've studied these charts, and I've gone ahead and taken each of these charts or each of these instruments, and I've put them in the major currencies that are out there. And when there's major market tops, which we may have, right, because we're talking about a couple-year move to the downside, potentially out here. If we don't get that key reversal, then what we're looking at is off. But we're just simply going with what it is that we have right now. And when there's major market tops, these markets will top inside major currencies all at the same time. And that's what we have. Now, it may be off by a day or two. This is a quarterly chart, so you can visually see what it is that we're looking at, because this is really important. Because when you understand this chart and you can say, okay, Stevie, I see what you mean out there, that the Dow priced in euros and pounds, there was no celebration going on for those folks in those currencies. So, yeah, there was no bull market as we ran up into that 2007 high. Where are we at right now? So now this takes us to a daily time frame chart. And the daily time frame chart, what you can now take a look at how the Dow priced in dollars, how far away or how close it is to the to its all-time high out there, which is 29,568. We're at 28,345. Not too bad. Now take a look at the other instruments, how they're priced in those local currencies. In euros, it's got a long way to go before it gets into the so-called breakout mode. In yen, the same thing. You've got those values that are priced on my screen out here, and those are the levels in those currencies where price must take out. Each of these and all these currencies are down below trend lines. So is there a breakout that is going on? Heavens to Betsy, whoever Betsy is, no. Absolutely, positively not. It's not present on the charts. It makes this very easy. Instead of getting caught up into the big numbers, we're up 1,000 points this week or 100 points or 200, whatever it is. Instead, we want to understand support, resistance, trends, what's happening with our major instruments and how they're priced in the other currencies out there. It is so important to do that. So is there a breakout going on? The answer here is no. Absolutely not. So where are we? Well, right now, did I show you this chart? Did we do this? I think we did this, didn't we? But if I didn't, here is the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell 2000. And you can see the S&P, the NASDAQ 100, the Dow, all at those descending trend line areas. The NASDAQ just slightly above it, but just by a few buckaroonies. Not a big deal out there. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back, and we're going to take a look at ticker symbol EMN for one of our tigers.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So Ruby and the Tigers Den wants to take a look at some lean hogs out here. Lean hogs right now trading out at 64.92. And Ruby, lean hogs are simply trading with inside its bullish structured daily profile. You're looking at the December contract. And so the support on this, you can see some rising, two little rising trend lines out there. Support should be the bottom of that profile at 64.65. Now, if price were to close below that, you certainly wouldn't want to be taking a long position. Now, we can see we've got three, almost looks like the Dow here. We've got, in essence, three lower highs out here. So that really makes the support level of 64.65 really, really, really important. If you switch over and you take a look at the February contract out here, which you'll be rolling to in about 2 weeks or so, this has struggled to clear its resistance level at the 67.81. So it looks to me like 64.65 should get hit out there. But again, it closed below that and you're headed to much lower ground. So I hope that helps you out with regard to lean hogs, especially the December contract. So our first question came in from, and I apologize, I don't remember who it came in from. It was earlier today, but they wanted me to take a look at Eastman Kodak. So that ticker symbol is EMN. And the way that we do this, we start by taking a look at how an instrument is trading in relationship to support and resistance of its daily, weekly, and monthly profiles. This helps us out a ton. So what do we know? We know that yesterday was a breakout above the top of the profile. That was at $85. Let me make sure I've got that right. $85 even Steven. So far today, we've seen price pull back and test that. So old resistance may become new support. That means you want to watch that $85 like a hawk. So if price closes above that, where does that mean price will head to? Well, it'll head back to this week's highs where it ran into resistance, which is the top of the weekly profile. So 86.72 is going to be the key number that price needs to close above really for 2 days in a row or 2 bars in a row. That would be 2 weeks in a row. You'll settle for 1 week in a row, but 86.72 is where you've got your resistance level. Let's bring over Stevie's other charts out here and just take a quick peek and see if there's any other signals out here. So on the daily time frame, don't have any signal different. That top that we looked at, that was Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, so that's an important resistance level for this equity to be able to clear. On a weekly basis out here, let's go ahead and populate this. You've got a 7th wave move high. That is letter G that is on my screen out here. Again, that would signal to you that if the highs get taken out, the ones that we've already taken a look at out here, then that would be bullish for you. Is there anything bearish? No, because price has held Stevie's green line. That's at 82.28, so there's no reason on a weekly time frame chart to suggest that you would jettison your position. And the same is true for the monthly time frame. So your issues that you're dealing with, just to recoup out here, recapture, is going to be the level of 86.72, but really the high that you do want this to close above to confirm that it's prime time, ready to roll, continue to roll to the upside, is going to be 88.03. So I hope that helps you out. My apology for forgetting who it was that put in that request, but I believe that was about 7 o'clock this morning. And it's much easier for me when they come in really right around the show, like in the case of John F. And John in Sarasota wants to take a look at Novavax, NVAX out here. And so let's go see what its intentions are, what it is signaling to John and us. Novavax right now just trading in between its daily profile, so you got a bit of a consolidation going on, John. That's between 85.10 and 96.90. Price is trading with inside the weekly profile. Resistance 98.42, support 53.40, and price is above its monthly profiles out there. So we can see it's been in a really made a top out here. Novavax back in the August 5th time frame. Was trading around the 180 level. You're off by $100, so that's a big pain in somebody's portfolio. I caught you. You thought I was going to say, Arsenal out there or something like that, but I fooled you. I baited you, but I didn't switch you. Now, if we take a look at Novavax on that monthly time frame, tops with the TD9 count out there. This is suggesting, John, that what it wants to do is go test Stevie's green line. Currently, that's printing at 65.59. It could be a combination of price moving lower, the line moving higher, price moving sideways, but that we should see a test there. So this is suggesting the monthly time frame chart, price wants to move lower. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, let's populate it with our tools. What do we have out here? We've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. We've got a TD9 count top out here. Price is trading with inside that weekly profile, but really a suggestion to you and I that it wants to head back to the 40.50, 53.40 level. And on the daily time frame, well, if this is going to not do what we just suggested it would do by taking a look at the longer-term picture, it'll be the daily that saves it. Why? Because you've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern out here. That's a beautiful thing. Yesterday and the day before, and even today, prices trading above Stevie's red line suggests there should be some rally. Right now, we've got to call it a bit of a counter-trend rally based on what we looked at in the weekly and the monthly time frame charts. Price would need to clear 96.60 to say, okay, maybe there's something more in to this, but really, John, it's 112.50 is the key number. That is the TD9 breakdown level. If price could clear that, then that would be telling us that there's a change in trend, but not until then. And at this stage here, we'll say that the daily or the weekly and the monthly charts would suggest they want lower price is still intact, but right now in a daily time frame, you're going to get a bit of a counter trend rally, perhaps up to the 96.60 to the 112.50 level. So hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in, and have a fabulous weekend. We've got another request out here, so let's go to it. This one coming from Mike S., and Mike wants to take a look at HEXO. And HEXO, and so I just put that in my other. That is, well, it's Hexo Corp out here. Gigantic day. This is a penny stock out here, so always tough to, I gave you the technical read on this, but these little penny stocks here that can be so manipulated, really kind of tough to say. So here's how I like to make trades or investments in these types of stocks, Mike. And that's this. Something that's under $1 or right around the $1 area. If it's something that I've got an interest in, what I like to do is just determine what's the amount of capital I want to risk, because when I say risk, you've got the intention is on a penny stock like this, that it could go to zero. Could you simply go BK out there? And so you've got to take a look at every dollar you put in here is at risk. Of course, that's true with any entity out here, but more so with a dollar stock. So what do? You figure out, I want to go ahead and risk 2% of my capital. So you know what that amount is, whatever that is, and that's how many shares you buy. And you stick it in your desk. Technically, what is it doing? And you've got this big, huge move out here, and you might get suckered in to try to buy it. That is if you weren't here at TFNN taking a look at the weekly time frame chart. What transpired this week? Why did price stop where it did? You don't need me to tell you that. You can narrate the chart. You're looking at it right now. And where it ran into resistance was the top of that weekly profile. Now, granted, the top of the weekly profile is 93 pennies, 93 cents out there, and it's trading at 96. On a penny stock, are you and I going to conclude that 3 cents closing above the top of that profile is a breakout? Of course we are. No, we're not. But it could be. And that would be nice. Well, when I say it would be nice, you'd have a close above the weekly profile, Mike, and a close above your daily profile. And you can see you're trading inside a bullish structured monthly profile. So this could get its way up to $1.52 out here. Now let's go take a look at Steve's other charts, although we're about to go to a breakout here. Let's see what I can do in just a few seconds out here. On the daily time frame, any kind of signals out here? No signals. $1.08 is resistance. That's a TD9 breakdown level. Anything else on the weekly? Nothing else on the weekly, and on the monthly, nothing as well. So, Mike, I hope that helps you out with regard to Hexo. Don't be careful on this type of stock. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 45, S&P up 3, NASDAQ up 21, NASDAQ 100. Russell is off 8 points. The phone lines are open, 877-927-6648. Email lines are open as well. That's Steve at TFNN.com. Please put radio show question inside the subject heading. No questions that we have in play right now. So let's go take a look at some of the usual suspects out here. Let's take a look at gold and silver. If we take a look at gold and silver, you got gold trading out right now at $19.51.20. That's up $4.50. Let's go back to Stevie's futures contract set of charts out here, and we'll figure out what Goldilocks is doing. Gold making a nice move, getting above some trend line resistance, getting above the top of the daily profile, only to run smack dab into the center of that monthly profile. That's that solid blue or yellow line at 1961.10. 1961.10 is the level that price is going to need to get above in order to suggest that it's going to go ahead and make its move up to the 2089 level. So gold is sitting at resistance. There, it can move a bit higher than this, above 1961.10. It can move all the way up to Stevie's green line on the weekly basis. That's at 1970. Not until price closes on a weekly basis, Stevie's green line will this suggest that we're going to go visit. It's going to go visit the most recent highs out here. But speaking of gold and silver, we've got Gary in Michigan on the line. So let's go straight out to Gary. Gary, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Hey. How are you?
Great talking. Great job dissecting earlier. I just caught the tail end of this. So specifically, if you've already dissected silver and gold as far as the ranges, had you finished?
Yeah, so I had. I was just beginning. So really, your resistance.
Let's roll with it.
Yeah, your resistance level in Goldilocks is going to be between 1961 and 1970. 1961 is the center of its weekly profile, and 1970 is the monthly oscillator unchanged line. That is where price would need to close above. And if gold can do that, then you could see a run all the way up to the 2089 level. That is the top of the monthly profile. But not until that happens could we make that projection. So in essence, what gold is doing right now, it's just traded right up into long-term resistance from its weekly standpoint. Any questions there, Gary?
No, that's hugely helpful.
Okay, so now let's go take a look at silver. And in the case of silver, it's still bearish right now. I know somebody might out there say, what? Well, if we take a look at silver, what it has done today, it's tested and it has rejected the bottom of its daily profile. Now, this is a daily profile that formed above price. And that tells us overhead supply. That's typically a bearish message. Gary, I can't control what price is going to do. But if price were to close above 25.93, then it gets back inside the profile, and that could run up to the 27.70, 27.11 area. Of course, there is a descending trend line that it would have to deal with. But right now, what silver has done, it has tested and rejected the bottom of its daily profile. Old support, it never got a chance to be support, but this may be a resistance out here. If price is able to close above 25.93, then what we're looking at, because actually the weekly oscillator and chain line is 25.78 out here. So it's going to be that 25.93 that is really the key number for you to take a look at. If price did close above that, again, then that would be signaling higher price to us. Any questions there?
No, that's excellent too.
Okay, so back to gold and silver, just from a little bit larger time frames out here. On the 5-hour time frame chart, you have right now, you have both you've got a sell the D point potentially. Now this candle doesn't close till 2 p.m. Right now it's a dark cloud cover. We get much more rally out here. That bearish reversal candle will go away. But if by 2 o'clock this still retains the dark cloud cover, you'll have 3 topping patterns. You'll have a TD9, a sell the D point, and a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Now, on this 5-hour time frame chart, price would have to close below 1937 in order to suggest that there is a problem here. Let's go to the silver chart and take a look at its 5-hour time frame chart, because the 5-hour time frame charts may be ruling the roost out here. You got a TD9 count top pattern that is in place out here, and that says a breakout. If you were to get a close above today's high is 25.97. then you'd have a breakout party that is going on. But at this stage of the game, on the 5-hour time frame chart, now you don't have a bearish reversal candle right now inside of silver. This would also complete a sell the D point if we did, but it still has a valid topping signal as on the daily time frame chart, price ran into resistance. So how is that for understanding at least what gold and silver are trying to communicate to you and I right now?
Excellent.
Perfect. Then I've done my job.
Yeah, except you need to take care of my ignorance a little bit. So I know everybody else out there knows this, but when you say the develops that reversal candle, what number is that's got to hit to have that bearish reversal candle?
I'd really have to do the math on it. I know you're asking me to do the math on it. It's so here you can go back and do it yourself. It's got to be about half. It's got to be halfway into the prior bar in order to get a dark cloud covered candle. And so you'd have to probably take. I'll use the body of the candle. So you'd have to take 1946.20, subtract from that 1960, and then divide that by 2, and that would tell you the halfway point inside of gold.
If I don't figure it out, I'll email you. Okay? And did I lose you? Are you there?
Okay, are we back? Gary, are we back?
We're back. Okay, good.
Okay,
I hung in.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So, so just the halfway bar would generate that. But even if the silver, the 5-hour chart doesn't generate that bearish reversal candle, there's already another topping pattern that's in play, which is the TD9 count. So that makes today's high really important. And even on the 30-minute time frame charts out here, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top, bearish engulfing candle that confirmed that. That's on the 30-minute time frame. And you've got I believe the same pattern, although let me confirm that, on the 30-minute chart here. You've got a TD9 count top on the 30-minute time frame chart. Oh, sorry, people can't see the charts out there. It's always something. Share the screen, Steve-O. There we go. There we go. Here is the silver, the 30-minute time frame chart. You've got a TD9 count top. And on gold, you've got your Rhodes momentum indicator top out here. So I wouldn't be expecting gold or silver to move much higher today. And you've got plenty of topping patterns out there. All right, Gare?
Great. And you got time for a specific stock? Can you do AG?
I can. We're going into a hard break, so if you'd like to hold on through this break, we'll go take a look at ticker symbol AG, which I used to know all these off the top of my head, but we'll just take a look at that gold or silver stock, probably silver stock when we get back.
It's silver.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at First Majestic. Silver ticker symbol here is AG for Gary in Michigan. Looks like we've got a small A to B equals CD to the upside, Gary. The A point out here looks like it's a trading day of September 28th. The B point is the high on October 21st. And the C point of that pattern is October 28th. It yesterday made the 1-to-1 level with a wide-ranging bar that tells us it wants to move higher. It's done that today. It's up to the 1.272 level. The next price projection area would be 1282. Short of a bearish reversal candle, which would confirm a sell the D point, and that's what you'd be looking for now. It looks like that's where price wants to target. Price looks like it'll close above the top of the weekly profile, 1147. That would suggest moving up to about 1353. So our price targets right now on these charts are 1282 to 1353. But I believe we've got another price target. It's a lower price target. It's a real resistance level when I pull over the other charts. Any questions about these profile charts here, Gary?
Make a big move on it, one way or the other.
Okay. You kind of broke up there, but that might have been my fault. Let me give you this other figure here. Here is where price is likely headed to. It's not that far from it. And it's 1231. And 1231 is the number that you really want to watch. That's the TD9 breakdown level. This is just a counter trend rally out here and making basically a Gartley sell pattern. So that's where you've got that A to B equals CD. You won't see a close. You won't see two closes above 1231. If you did see two closes above 1231, then that says, hey, it can get back to its highs out there. But that's your real resistance area. And we know at that 1231 area, you'd also, if you got a bearish reversal candle, that would confirm the sell the D point. So it looks good, but that first bearish reversal candle would create a problem, potential problem for you.
Cool. Great. You're awesome. I appreciate everything, and make it a great weekend. Have some fun. Okay, and be safe.
Okay, will do. Well, I guess it's Big Brother doesn't want me to spend time. Doesn't want to. The Big Brother does not want us to spend time together. I didn't think it was that crazy for me to say. As soon as it goes over, I'm going for a walk on the beach, and not just a walk. I mean a real walk. Time to. So got to share the screen out here. So we'll do that. Let me check my email. See if there was a request inside the Tigers Den to take a look at. Let me see here. Give me a second. See if I can find this. I think there was. Steve, can you look at CSCO? So we will. In the Tigers Den, my screen here for the Tigers Den is pretty small, as you can imagine. Well, maybe you can't imagine, but it's pretty small field. And if somebody posts a bunch of information, it's hard. It immediately your request goes to the top. So any time that you do put in requests, and if I just simply overlook it, just retype it in. But in any event here, we don't have to worry about that. TKC wanted to take a look at CSCO. Something I believe you've entered over the past couple of days. So here's what you like. You like that yesterday and today are above the top of the daily profiles. That suggests moving to higher ground. Higher ground, where's the next resistance area? Well, on the weekly, it's at 38.12. You like that this held the monthly profile at 35.98. So you've got nice support in here. You'd really like to get that weekly chart to join in on the support piece of it, though. And it's not because price is below the bottom of its profile. But let's go take a look at, and this is Cisco Systems, by the way. Let's go take a look at Stevie's other charts out here. See, how do they make a bottom? Well, it was a TD9 count on the daily time frame. That's a beautiful thing. This would suggest that price could make its way up to 40.38. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, what do we have out here? Well, first let's get to the current data. That would be helpful. The weekly time frame chart, well, I have to get to the weekly chart. There we go. What did it do? What did it generate? Anything? Yeah, it did. No, it didn't. So I got zip. Here's your real problem, TKC. It's really the weekly chart out here because there's no bottom signal whatsoever. You'd like to see price close above or get it back inside its range at least. That's at 38.12 at the bottom of the box, but really you need it to get above Stevie's red line at 38.87. Monthly time frame chart, what do we have out here? We got your Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price could, if price didn't hold that 35.98, and over time it may not. It may be making its way back to the 31.45 area. So on Cisco out here right now, you definitely have a rally that's going on, and it should continue. But is it just another counter trend rally in a stock that wants to move lower? We won't know the answer to that question unless we see it close above 40.38 on the daily time frame. So I hope that helps you out, TKC, with regard to Cisco, and best of luck. Let me see. There's another question out here. Steve, do you have time to take a look at MDT? Well, I think we do. So we're going to go ahead and punch this in. First, let's go figure out what is MDT. That's Medtronic, MDT. And that is trading with inside its daily profile. So your consolidation or support resistance is 100.29 support, 104.36 resistance. You're consolidating in a brand new weekly profile. Support there is 103 even Steven, resistance 109. And it is consolidating in its monthly profile. Support at 101.68, resistance at 117.03. Let's go see what our other charts are communicating to us. On the daily time frame chart, you've got problems here. You're consolidating in a daily profile. You've got Stevie's green line turned red yesterday, and you had the bearish test. Sorry about that, but that's what you got. This already had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. This is suggesting that price will get down and test the 100.29 to 101.65. Anything below 100.29, 96.31 would be where it's headed to. On the weekly time frame chart, what do we have out here? Well, you've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping pattern back here, but that was at its all-time highs. Is still prices trading below Stevie's green line at 104.33. So, yeah, price found support of that bearish, below structured profile out here, but it hasn't given you the sign that it wants to move higher out there. And the monthly time frame is also below the oscillator unchanged line out here. So it's up at resistance. It's really that simple with regard to Medtronic, and the daily really was that confirmation yesterday. So I hope that helps you out, Zip, with regard to MDT. Dan wanted to take a look at, he's in the YouTube chat, wanted to take a look at the NQ out here. So not knowing specifically what Dan would like, let's go take a look at this specific chart out here. Dan, I think this is the chart to really pay attention to with regard to the NQ, really with regard to all of these indices out here, equity futures, contracts. What do we know? What do we know right now if this were the end of the week? We know that the ES Mini topped at its descending trend line, meaning that this could be the, let's say, the second lower high out here with the market getting ready to move lower. Prices above all its profiles out there, so it would just be this trend line is the only thing that's holding it back from moving to higher ground. In the NQ, you've got that same trend line. That is exactly where price stopped yesterday. You're still below that, so there's no breakout message going on inside the NQ. If you take a look at the Dow, it's never made it up to that trend line. Weaker than the other two, never a good sign. When the Dow is weaker than the NASDAQ, or really all the indices out here. In this case, where the YM found resistance is 28,401. The first three all at resistance. Well, guess what? So too is the Russell 2000 right now. And then he closed below 1651.70. Resistance will have held for this week out here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So Tucker wanted to take a look at natural gas out here. Natural gas right now trading out at $2.89. It is still for the next week here, the December contract that is That is the lead contract. Now, what you don't like here, Tucker, whether we're looking at December, that's the left hand, or January, is that price is trading below its prior swing point. That's a swing point from the trading day of October 2nd. So that's the first thing you don't like. Actually, the first thing that you didn't like is that price is well below the bottom of the daily profiles out there. So it's below support, below trend line support, below prior swing point support out here. And so the question is, well, okay, thank you for that, Steve-O. Where's it headed to? Well, if we take a look at the daily time frame chart out here, Tucker, the next price projection level would be $2.71. $2.71 would be the next breakout. Not only did price close below the bottom of its profiles, it closed below its breakout support at 306 out there. It did that with a wide-ranging bar. The only thing that could save the decline out here, Tucker, would be, you can see that the oscillator and change line has changed from green to red, and eventually over coming sessions. Now, that may be a half a dozen sessions or so. We should see price and that line catch up to each other. But right now, the signal as of 1:55 in the afternoon is that natural gas wants to move to lower price. Now, the only thing that could change that would be the 30-minute time frame chart. Let's see here, 112.20. Let me see if I can get this to populate out here. So let's see what the 30-minute time frame chart is communicating to at this stage of the game. We're looking for a bottom. What kind of bottom? Well, this did form a wave 7 bottom out here, so it's got potential. But there's nothing other than that. There's nothing significantly bullish that we see. So if this morning's or today's lows get taken out, boy, you definitely know that price is headed lower. So, folks, thanks so much for being here. A heck of a week, but we'll have a heck of a week next week as well. In the meantime, rest, relax, enjoy yourself, but don't do that for 2 more hours. Stay tuned because you've got 2 more great shows coming up, and then start your fabulous, fantastic Friday and weekend. We'll see you on, I may not be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, depending on the weather out there. But right now, the weather doesn't look so good. Hey, have a great weekend, folks.